Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Private Security Now More Valuable Than Gold or Crypto. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. Also, please make sure to post the link to this show, to the John Ark Show, on your social media so that you can help spread the word. We're going to have a lot more celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Now, let's get started. In case you haven't noticed, private security usage is exploding, both human security and electronic security. Why is that? Because every time a police department gets defunded, the murder rate and the serious crime rate skyrockets. Now, the rich have always been able to afford private security. Go to any prestigious zip code and you'll see private security cars, private security guards, private security boats, and even drones flying around the neighborhood surveilling things. These people saw what happened during the rioting a few years ago, and they're not taking any more chances. So, what did many of the super wealthy do? They weren't renting minimum wage security guards who are 60 years old, that's for sure. The super rich are starting to hire special forces soldiers to provide them, their family, their homes, and their businesses with high level of security. I know one celebrity who put together a team of half a dozen or so special forces guys to provide him, his family, and all his property with security around the clock, both at home and at work, by the way. Think about the cost of that. What's the difference between hiring a $12 an hour security guard and hiring a team of special forces guys? Well, most people hire security guards to watch and call the cops if something happens. You can't do that in a lot of cities, not because the police may take hours to respond if they even show up. If your alarm goes off, a lot of cops won't even respond to that now because they're overrun by ultra-violent calls, ultra-violent 911 calls to other parts of the city. By then, your family may have been robbed, raped, or killed. If you've ever lived in a high-crime neighborhood and you've had to call the cops and then you had to wait for hours for them to show up, you know that the wait time can be one of the most painful and slow experiences of your life, especially if the bad guys are firing through your window or kicking in the front door of your house while you're on the phone trying to get 911 to send a car in some areas. That is a situation I wouldn't wish on anybody. What about the poor and the middle class who can't afford that level of protection? What can they do? Well, a lot of them are already doing it. They're getting concealed carry licenses in record-breaking numbers. And if you go into very poor neighborhoods where the crime is off the charts and a lot of people can't legally purchase a firearm because they have felony convictions on the record, then they simply purchase stolen guns and use those for personal protection. Many of them believe that it is better to be arrested for having a stolen gun than it is to be killed by a criminal because you couldn't defend yourself without a gun and the police took hours to respond to your call. Mind you, this is not a knock on the police. The police have been defunded in a lot of places. They've had the politicians and their superiors cut them off at the knees and order them not to respond to large categories of calls. So this has nothing to do with the police. It has everything to do with the political decision makers. I think that as an industry and a business, the private security business is going to grow at an unbelievably high rate in the coming years. And if we see more rioting like we saw recently, and a lot of people are forecasting that the rioting that comes next will be much worse than the rioting we had not too long ago, then private security will become one of America's fastest growing businesses. Think that's an exaggeration? Then go on social media and just see how many innocent people are being attacked on the streets every day for no reason at all. 80-year-old ladies, young moms pushing baby carriages, people in wheelchairs trying to get home, people with walkers and crutches just walking down the sidewalk and getting smashed by criminals. And the worst part of it is that these poor people aren't being attacked because somebody needs their money or wants to rob them. They're being attacked for recreational reasons or racial reasons. or because some lunatic wants to film some content that they hope will go viral online. Do whatever you can now to increase your personal safety, because once the Great Awakening occurs and everybody realizes what's going on, then the cost of increasing your safety will go up dramatically. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. Also, make sure to post a link to today's episode of the show on your social media. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye.